Our tagline is Conquer the Storm. That came up from both of us. I know Morgan has a really good story about why she got into the gym, but so does everyone, you know. The gym isn't always about the physical. You know, people have mental battles, physical battles, something that they want to relieve, whether that's, it could be overcoming like an eating disorder or battling, depression. Everyone has their story, and we kind of wanted to have that be reflected in our brand through the Conquer the Storm slogan. And basically, conquering your storm is overcoming that battle.
Yeah, we found that a lot of people, when they start the gym, most of it's like, oh, you did it to look better, or oh, you did it for a better body. It actually goes a lot deeper than that for most people. It's like it could be a safe haven to just escape for a few hours, or like Bella mentioned, it could be overcoming like battling depression or something like as deep as that.
I am excited for another Incubator bonus series. We're bringing on two all-stars fresh out of UT, and they've got something really special for you this week on That Entrepreneur Show. Ladies, thank you so much for joining.
Of course, thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
We took notice of their awesome booth at the New Venture Expo. A lot of fun over at UT. Big shout out to them, where we had 74 companies competing with each other, trying to share what they have with the world, get some feedback on their pitches. And for today, as I said, they're bringing on some really cool stuff. Rush Power is a nutritional supplement company that is developing in the US first official pre-workout gummies. Where did you come out with this idea?
So, basically, me and Morgan have been roommates for 3 years now. And in our sophomore year, she was already lifting and she got me into lifting. So we were taking like all the supplements on the markets, the powders, the pre-made drinks, we hated them. So we really wanted to create something new and exciting. And that's where we came up with the idea of turning pre-workout into a gummy form.
I have to ask, what's going to be the best flavor to try when you come out with everything?
We're starting with our fruit punch flavor. It tastes really great.
hmm
I have to ask even further now, what led you to fruit punch becoming your first flavor?
So a lot of the ingredients in these gummies are going to be very hard to mask. If you've ever taken a not protein, pre-workout drink or anything, you can kind of still taste the ingredients. So fruit punch is just a little bit of a stronger flavor to help overcome that taste.
I could definitely agree with you there. Well, I have to try one. I'm really, really excited to get it in before my workouts. I'm a really, really early bird. I'm in the gym at 3 or 4 every day, so I'm usually going off of my natural just energy in the morning, but I would definitely love a little boost on some days. Let's talk about more what you've done so far. You just shared you got this first flavor ready to go. Let's talk about all the hard work you've put in.
Yeah, so right now we actually have our pre-orders out. We kind of launched them, I think, 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So that's been going really well for us. Also, we are going to be starting a crowdfunding to raise some money to really get the product to market. That's our really big step right now. And then obviously getting that formula and going to market with it. We're hoping by the end of this year.
Mhm.
I'm sure there were a lot of connections you needed to make, not just in the science behind the pre-workout coming to life and getting all this stuff. What were some of your harder connections to make for all of these aspiring entrepreneurs out there in new businesses?
I would definitely say the manufacturer is very hard to connect with. For us specifically, our product, a lot of the manufacturers told us no right off the bat. It's a very difficult formula, and a lot of them don't want to take the time to really get into it and experiment with R&D. So finding a manufacturer was really hard. Of course, finding an investor is even harder than that. So that's kind of where we're at now. We're really looking to generate funds to start the company and purchase our bulk inventory order to be able to start fulfilling those pre-orders.
I love that. And you said something there, crowdfunding. If someone's listening on who has never heard of that, what exactly is it?
Yeah, so crowdfunding is kind of like an online platform where it gives people kind of around the world or just in your community a chance to be a part of your company by investing money. So you can do different tiers, you can do equity, or you could just do something little as you get a pre-order for the amount of money you put in.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. Everyone out there, don't let anything stand in your way if you need to raise funds. They just gave you a great tip to get out there and make it happen. While we're on tips, entrepreneurship is not an easy game. There are highs and there are lows, and it's hard to just stay committed. What are some tips you can offer out to our audience out there? Maybe even one of you sharing as a student how you balanced all of these things at once.
Mhm. Yeah, I know for both of us, we've been working part-time jobs, we're in school. But one really good thing I would say is having a partner in this with you. I mean, it's been great. Like we've been roommates for a while, and I think just having someone who knows, the ropes that maybe you don't. She's on the finance side, and then I'm on like the advertising side. So I think just having someone you can really rely on for support with that, and it's just been great learning from her, and I know she's learned some stuff from me too. So.
Put it here in the show notes for when we go live. Finding a partner with opposite strengths, whether it's a direct partner or a mentor, someone in your life, it is impossible to be good at everything. Something I admittedly haven't always been terrible at, not from lack of trying, is social media. It's just not my thing. Now, as the company's grown, big shout out to the Lowth Center getting all my ducks in a line. But now there are people to help me with the things that I'm not good at so I could focus on some of my strengths and my hobbies, my passions, which is hosting interviews like this. Morgan,
Mhm.
what about you?
Well, this whole thing, everyone tells you how hard starting a company is. It's about 10 times harder than you'd ever think. So just putting that out there, you really it takes a certain person to start a company, to be completely honest. You have to be very headstrong and determined. A lot of people want to start companies, but they don't have that motivation and determination to really see it through in the end. Because eventually, if you're passionate about something, your passion's going to run out about halfway through when it starts getting hard. So that's really when the determination comes in. So, and the discipline.
And it's very, very easy to give up. I'm not sure which statistic is correct, but how many businesses don't go past year two, three, four? And
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
not
like
just what is,
75% or something like that. It's pretty big.
and it's crazy, but even as you're in it, people don't talk about the behind the scenes, like the tax work, the paperwork, the S Corp, LLC, making sure all of those things are aligned. Your
Mhm.
annual reports that everybody gets the emails for before May 1st. There's just so many things that the easy thing is to just give up and just go get a job where there's nothing wrong with that at all. What works for some doesn't work for everyone. Some, as you said, it takes a certain type of individual to want to put in 18 hours some days for free and then
Mhm.
do it again the next day and then do it again the
Exactly.
next day. But with Rush Power, you're definitely on to something big here. I want to learn more about the story of your branding. I know there's an interesting tale in there, so please share that with our audience.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so our tagline is Conquer the Storm. That came up from both of us. I know Morgan has a really good story about why she got into the gym, but so does everyone. The gym isn't always about the physical. People have mental battles, physical battles, something that they want to relieve, whether that's, it could be overcoming like an eating disorder or battling, depression. Everyone has their story, and we kind of wanted to have that be reflected in our brand through the Conquer the Storm slogan. And basically, conquering your storm is overcoming that battle.
Yeah, we found that a lot of people, when they start the gym, most of it's like, oh, you did it to look better, or oh, you did it for a better body. It actually goes a lot deeper than that for most people. It's like it could be a safe haven to just escape for a few hours, or like Bella mentioned, it could be overcoming like battling depression or something like as deep as that.
You're not alone with that. I go to the gym every morning. It helps my anxiety. It helps me stay focused throughout the day. In entrepreneurship, one email can send you off the rails for the whole day, and you have to find a way just to not let that happen. If I don't exercise in the morning, my thoughts are all scattered and I'm really not
Exactly.
focused. So I'm glad I'm not alone there. But everyone
Hmm.
out there, exercise does not only have to be lifting weights, there are other forms, there's taking walks. What are some types of exercise you can offer out to people out here who may have that bias in their head? Oh, exercise is lifting heavy weights and that's it. Some of the mental health benefits that you shared.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit biased because I love lifting heavy weights. But you can always do cardio, you can do yoga. I know there's CrossFit, there's a ton of different options you can do. I know a big one is Pilates right
Yeah,
now.
I do both Pilates and lifting, and I love both because they're so different.
Yeah, it's really just getting out there, finding what you like, and just enjoying whatever physical activity it is.
Well, thank you for sharing that. It's certainly inspirational to me. Everyone out there, get motivated, take a walk today. But now that we've learned a lot about their brand, I want to learn from you, what is one thing you learned throughout this entire process been that's still stuck out to you this far into it?
That's a good question.
I think personally for me, it's just learning from everyone who's already done, had a business or
Yep.
have helped start businesses. At the University of Tampa, we have the Lowth Center, and there's just so many amazing mentors there. And I really don't think we could have started this business without them because they just have had so much knowledge about every little thing we needed to start this business.
Mhm.
And that really stuck out to me. Like, I just don't think we would have been able to do it without them.
Yeah, sure.
Let's open the floor up now. Let's give a shout to one of those mentors. Who do you want to shout out from your years in the Lowth Center?
Goodness.
Josh Ray,
Yeah.
he's been amazing. Always has helped us. He actually came to us for E-Fest, which was a national pitch competition, helped us those entire 3 days. We were so stressed, but turned out great.
Mhm.
Josh is great. He was the head of the Incubator program for me this year, made a lot of great friends and mentors there. As the program's wrapping up this year, what has been your favorite part about this latest experience?
The program itself, it just has to be the people in it. We started off the program last year and we were kind of the newbies, but as we really grew as a company, we ended up being an inspiration for a lot of the newer companies. And that was really, really just shocking to us because we were like, we don't know what we're doing really, but they all kind of look up to us now. And I just love the people there. They're all so talented and motivated, and it's great.
I think what you just said there is even motivation to everyone. The itty bitty committee in our heads sometimes can be really powerful. You have your worth, you know the value you bring, and now I'm glad that other people are seeing it too. They're asking you for advice, and I'm sure, like every entrepreneur in the beginning, you can't get out of anything without a little advice. Everybody out there, always pay it forward, do the best you can to help somebody else out. It's been a lights out show. I've had a great time connecting with both of you. As we're getting towards the end, I brought back a question. Which entrepreneur throughout history, dead or alive, would you choose to sit down with to learn from?
That's really hard.
I don't know.
I would probably, I mean, he's still alive, probably Bill Gates, just because he's out there, he knows the technology. It's just really interesting to hear from any entrepreneur, to be completely honest. Just to see where they came up from, how did they persevere through everything and stuff like that.
Love that. How about you?
Mine would probably be, I come from like a long line of entrepreneurs in my family, so probably
Awesome.
my dad himself. He started his two own companies, so he really inspired me to also start my own.
Well, that's really cool. Where would these meetings go down, each of you? If you could pick the meeting location for meeting both or sitting down with your father, where would the best meeting be? The best place?
Mm, I'm thinking somewhere in Italy. For no particular reason, I just want to go to Italy.
I like it. How about you?
I would just stay in my apartment since I already know him, so yeah.
Get them nice and comfortable, get some good advice. We've talked a lot about your company today. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you'd like to share with everyone?
Not too much. Just go follow us on our social medias. It's Rush Power Official for everything. So that would be great because we're really looking to up our following before we start this crowdfunding campaign.
Absolutely. Everyone out there, is there a website? Is there anywhere else we could find either of you on?
Yeah, of course. Our website is also rushpowerofficial.com. So
Great. And everyone out there, they're great girls. Be sure to add them to your network, and they're up to big things. Stay in their loop on social media, follow their crowdfunding, donate if you're in the position to do so because they're really ambitious and want to take this to the next level, especially all you gymaholics out there. Reach out to them, help them on their journey. And with that, the show is at That Entrepreneur Show at all podcast platforms, all social media, and I am at Vincent A. Lanci on all social and YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube for some video clips from this show within the following weeks from its release. But with that, we are signing off today. Thank you so much for joining the show.
thank you
Thank
again for having
you.
us. Bye.